Hello everyone, happy Earthmas. I call it Earthmas because it's a celebration of the beauty and fragility of the earth. This is a word that I invented a few years ago and I still use it every year for Christmas. And it's in some ways a social experiment because I'm trying to see how much I can press the issue and make it latch on as a coined word in our society. So that's my reason for using the word Earthmas. Happy Earthmas. Now, usually and typically, Earthmas or 25th of December is the most boring day of the year for me because nothing is open, generally speaking. And it's hard to go out and just do stuff, which is what I'm used to doing. So for me, living in a studio apartment by myself, having no friends as such to kind of interact with, I do have social media and I get replies on that, but I will admit to you that as someone who is very keen to get a social connection, I do check my Facebook page, my personal page, much more than you might expect. I look for reactions and likes and everything. I only get 2 or 3, or if I'm lucky, sometimes 0. So for me, it's a game which is constantly invading my mind and lives in my mind. So if you really want to bless me, I would say start liking more of my posts and reading them and interacting with them and commenting on them and that sort of thing, because that's what makes my juice run, really. So I can show you a few things about my Christmas at home alone. That's the label for my Christmas pudding. I can show you what's left of it. Half of it left. Looks a bit like shit, doesn't it? Like not appetizing, but it smells okay and it tastes pretty okay, I guess. My fridge has got cherries, which I rarely have. Like, I'm actually spoiling myself with cherries. I paid almost $10 for those. Eaten maybe a third of them. I don't know what else you can see in there. And my fitness trainer Noan got me a cap, which is kind of interesting as a choice. And I'm going to take it out now and just show you what it all looks like that. And I'm going to see if I can put it on right here right now. I'm not sure if I'm going to actually, because I'm going to kind of, I always take things really slowly, which can annoy the hell out of people, but I'm not actually keen to wear this right now for various reasons, but mainly because I'm one of those people who likes to abstain before indulging. And I've got these fruit mince tarts, vegan of course. This is the sort of thing that I have. Now, I don't normally, like on Christmas Day, sometimes I'm really ill prepared. So last year, I think, and the year before that, and even the year before that, I was really badly prepared for Christmas, for Earthmas. I had no food in my fridge and in my pantry, and I was really struggling on that day just to get by. So this year I was much better prepared. I got everything ready and I'm able to eat falafel salad rolls for my breakfast, lunch and dinner pretty much. Plus these tarts, plus the pudding, cereal, that sort of thing. So lots of fun stuff. I don't know if you can see that really well, but just check out the Christmas card that my fitness trainer wrote for me. I'll read it out for you if I can. Dear Mark, thank you for showing up every week to take care of your health and fitness. So, yeah, she's really encouraging. She is the first mention in many of my sections in my year summary. As people may already know, I write a year summary of my entire year, which is this year 16 or 17 pages probably at least, containing facts about me and all that. It's actually really useful if you know how to use it. And I guess there are people who read it, not very much, not all of it, but as much as they want to, really. And it's kind of cool to write, but it takes a long time. Actually started this at the almost before December started. I was on the ball with writing it because I was so keen to get it done on time. And I think I'm pretty much okay with it. I've got maybe 5 days to do the remainder of it before the midnight on New Year's Eve, which is when I release it. But I don't think I'll be able to ever capture the entire essence of the year because there's so much stuff in it. Like, you cannot encapsulate a year in that, like, even in 17 pages. You're going to talk about particular things and not talk about certain things. And yeah, so I've got all this, I've got a very organized system of my ideas and writing down everything that I find most useful for generating more media and stories and poetry. So here's an example. I've got this note here in my creative ideas section, which is do poem, hairs be wires from Shakespeare, and AI sex bots on it. So I have an idea that the quote from Shakespeare, if hairs be wires, then wires grow on a head. I had an idea that that could become an AI sex bot kind of poem. Because you know how wires are like associated with electronics and that sort of thing. So yeah, I do a lot of content which comes from singular ideas and seem almost eccentric, almost random, but actually can stimulate the imagination and make things more meaningful in life. I've got another idea here, do poem, Requiem for a Battery Hen. So being an animal artivist, the idea of writing a requiem for a battery hen is kind of weird. It's ironic, it's satirical, everything. It could be sarcastic even. But it's also very meaningful because you're going to think that, okay, well, what is special about this hen? After so many battery hens, they're all suffering. Is this hen special? Or maybe it's another question of whether the hen deserves to have some kind of mourning process for it because of the fact that it's dying and dead and suffered so much in its life, that sort of thing, that I ask questions about when I write my poetry. But I think in 2024 my service to short story writing was underserviced because, or underutilized because I didn't quite write as much as I'd like to in short story. I didn't succeed in writing really, really good stuff that I'm really proud of. I think I had a few attempts and wasn't really satisfied. And I think the medium has so much potential. There are some things that I don't like about it, like the fact that a lot of the stuff that story writers do is contrived and focuses on certain things and ignores other things. But you're never going to make it perfect. A story is not supposed to be an immaculate object. It's supposed to transport the reader to somewhere out of this, well, sort of make the reader imagine a different world, which is more fantastical and more amazing than just everyday, mundane, boring stuff. So I think I've underutilized the medium, to be honest, and I think I could do a lot more with short stories in 2025. And I've got another poem idea, like this poem idea, a blind man and his dog friend or dog companion. Can you imagine a blind man and how important his dog would be to him? How he would feed his dog companion, that sort of question. A really unusual type of relationship. So I thought I'd do a poem on that and see how it went. Obviously, this is all imaginative and stuff. So, folks, it's been one hell of a year, mostly involving my kitchenette renovation and my bathroom renovation. And I've got further problems with my bathroom basin starting to crack open. So it's almost like never ending. The amount of maintenance and cleaning in this apartment needs constant vigilance, as I mentioned in my year report. So if you want to get my year report, leave a comment below and let me know how you want to receive it. It's an electronic file. And hopefully we can connect in 2025. Should be good. Have a nice day.